Hello. Sunday, overcast. And I guess, well, I was looking at today, they had the people in Paris. I guess I got the sun. Let me turn this light off here. I got this one. Oh, no, look. But anyway, we had people in... No, that doesn't make it better. We'll just go this way. We had the people in Paris, and because of these people that was like going around willy-nilly murdering people. I guess they started off at a place where there's cartoonists, and I really didn't understand the guy's cartoons. I don't speak French, so the whole thing, I don't even understand the point of why, what's your point of the actual killing, like in war, what's the point, what I'm saying, because they've been going on a long time in the Middle East, and it looks like the only thing that happened is the people that invaded the land that has been bombing out the natives, saying so like basically what happened to the native Indians and to the native people of America, because we can't only say as big as this continent is, and it's the size of the same equal size as European and African continent. There were people here. They were living here. They were eating here. They were living off the land. And the Europeans, they had a way of thinking like they had to kill stuff, and like somebody has to be the ruler. Where here they was living harmoniously with the land. They were like when my mom's from Bahia, it was an Indian word, and it means like the keeper of the land. And and you kept the land by living off the land, and what you live off the land with, you make sure that it is replenished, it's multiplied. And like today, the way our society is that they're more concerned about the dollar bill. We have the issue with the money that they can make from the minerals and the resources that are rightfully the natives of the Palestinians where they came from. They don't deserve what happened to them in Gaza. Regardless, if there's one person that got killed in Israel, you don't turn around and just start killing 100 people. And if you did kill 100, it's how's it working? Now, how long have you been at war? You know what I'm saying? Are you getting the results that you desire? Or unless the continuing, bombing these people is your desire. It's futile. The country, what I'm saying, is looking crazy. I think the United States is just, our roads are tore up. It looks like we just got a bunch of treason, Russians up in Congress, like Sharon Palin and a bunch of the others. They don't make any sense. Like that one guy, what was his name? His people are Mormons. And I guess he was supposed to be going to court because he tried to blackmail and bribe, this lady that was the only one that wasn't related to him that was in the job in the government. And he, they found that he had broke some federal, what I'm saying, our constitutional rights. We're supposed to have a fast and speedy trial. Look at Boston. It's 2 years later. What is fast and speedy about this trial? People like that bomber in Boston, regardless, maybe like the police at their lower level and their moron thinking would think like, oh yeah, it's more punishment. No, who cares? What I'm saying, after 3 hours is irrelevant. That what I'm saying, because like the police, like the jailers, and with their type of mentality, you actually hand over your power. You know what I'm saying? If you ask anybody in jail or anybody in prison, you know, they'll say, oh yeah, well the inmates run it. You know what I'm saying? That is just the result of the type of, you know, like the you know, their behavior in bouts. But anyway, so you know what I'm saying? Get it over with. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't know. I already if that's what they want to do, I don't know. I would already put him to rest, so we wouldn't have to have an issue. But I just think that our like I think France is I like France's response. I like that they're not going out ho and being violent and causing more death. So I think that's very honorable. And I think the French have had a lot of experience with war on their land. And, you know, we have a lot of tragedies here where, you know, we have a lot of misjustice also going on, like in Farrison with our court system, you know what I'm saying? And it's so pleasant that you're able to gather and mourn and do it in a peaceful way. It's very, anyway, I think that is a great way to honor these people if they are, you know, because, you know, France is, you know, I don't know how big is France, but it's not very big. You got, what, British on one side, they're coming over through the tunnels and all type of ways. And who's on the other side of you? You know, Morocco, I don't know, Spain, Germany, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's nice that you stay together. I see that you have a history with your revolutions they're coming together. You're famous and sticking together like glue. And then I think in a time that when a country is is facing such a crazy type of a person that will go and just, you know, I don't understand why it was so important for them. And what's your point by actually killing these people? You know, people reproduce and anyway, more people be born. Well, anyway, I think my nose is all clogged up. Anyway, let me go blow my nose, and I'm gonna make something hot. It's Sunday, and we're about tomorrow, Monday. But anyway, wow, I don't understand. I understand that in my mind that I believe that those type of Muslims have been so already devastated, and you know, I guess they must feel like they didn't stand a chance. And you know, like I looked at this dog the other day, and I was like, you know, this world's not even fit for a dog to live in. You know what I'm saying? And it's the type of world that we live in, where we have so much pollution with them passing this fracking a thing up in was it Pennsylvania. So they're gonna have that. Regardless that you could turn your water on and maybe, you know, the whole neighborhood could go up in flames and whatever. Our roads, our railroads, and our interior is looking raggedy. You know, we're not having money that is funded back doing the job. We might be doing some, like over here in Mississippi, they just cut through like most of our families' prime fucking real estate. They just stole it, just took it and put a road. I don't know what they're fucking putting the road for, but the black people around there got plenty of good excuses for the white people. I don't have any fucking excuse for nobody else. If I ask a motherfucker, please let that motherfucker that I ask answer. So fuck, don't speak for me. But anyway, and not that they would. They're gonna speak against me. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know what I'm saying? I don't really understand why, if it doesn't really like benefit you or your child future, you know what I'm saying? if you can't think past your ass, why you gotta fault me? Cause like maybe I do. But anyway, I'm glad the French do think. I think that is very commendable of them, and I show that it shows a certain amount of maturity that they could be able to mourn and be allowed to do so freely and openly. And I know that they have fought to keep their rights, and I commend you for that. And it is a time to come together, not a time to be separated, because that's the name of the game, to divide, separate. You know what I'm saying? You know, they get you all fighting each other like they do up in the United States. They just move right the fuck in there. Rape, rob, and conquer. Divide. What is it? Divide and conquer. But so that's good that you realize that, you know, that it's about France. You know, and if you stick together, you're a lot safer than you know what I'm saying? Because there's always like when you have like so many people together, there's always the chance that you're gonna have somebody. You know, he just came out of a war zone. They think they know, or he hears about war zone. Who knows? Maybe his father, you know, ain't wanting to go back to that country, and it pisses him off. It's like, man, this place is fucked up, you know. You know what I'm saying? And the kid only thinks, well, I know how to fix this, but I don't understand how that's a solution. I don't understand how it ever was proven that it was actually a solution, because by bombing Japan, the war never did end. We was in Korea, we was in Vietnam, you know what I'm saying? We're in the Middle East. The war never fucking ended. Not by no fucking bomb. And if you ask me, the Japanese is a lot motherfucking smarter. And I think the United States is still fucking with Japan. That's why they had that motherfucker nuclear plant explode. I don't think a nuclear plant exploded. I think that fucking goddamn Navy Coast goddamn ship put a bomb in that motherfucker. And that caused a nuclear reaction, explosion, and then the tidal wave. But anyway, that's what I think. Of course, I do have imagination. But you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with the Japanese. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The Japanese, Korea, you know what I'm saying? They want to have a way of life where the people are more in tune with the land. Maybe it's hard work growing your own food, but opposed to you end up in a factory making you some, like, you know, iPhones or some motherfucker Apple shit. Don't see no motherfucker daylight. It'll be like in India. You know what I'm saying? You making some pants, some fucking moron. First time he ever got a motherfucker paycheck, he want to spend 3 paychecks on some motherfucker shit made up in a sweatshop in India. You know what I'm saying? With this motherfucker, for the whole motherfucker week getting like $3.50, and he paying $500 or something dollars for the shit. But anyway. Anyway, so my condolences to the French, you know. Like, here we have a lot of murders, too. Yeah, I feel sorry, like, in Memphis for the parents that just lost people over the holidays and just now hear immediately afterwards over this nonsense shooting. You know what I'm saying? I think that it's a global problem that we have, and it's not just like because of terrorism. It's not like that, because you can look at, what was it, up in Iceland or Greenland? I forget right now the second, but where that guy went on that shooting, he blew up a building, and then he went into like to where these children were and started shooting people. I think it killed like 26 people or something. There's a global problem where that people think that it's the solution is to go shoot people all willy-nilly, or you know, like the school shootings here. So there's a global problem. There's a global sickness, and I think it's you know what I'm saying. So I think that those Muslims that think that this solution is to kidnap women and rape them, or to go out and shoot up people all willy-nilly that have no involvement, no way by their death changing the issue or helping the issue in any way. But anyway, I commend France for their ability to be very honorable and very respectful in a time of crisis and crazy Sunday.